Hello, everyone. My name is Roshan, and welcome to another episode of English with Strangers. Today, I've got a guest who wants to discuss on education. So, this is going to be a fun conversation. And if you want to be part of my English videos, just send me a message on my number. Or if you want to learn English in one-to-one or group classes, you can also send me a message on the same number. So, let's get to know our guest, and then we will continue. Hi, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Trinath. I'm from Odisha. I just belong to a farmer family background. I was just a student just 6 years ago, but not now. But I kept studying. I didn't give up in my study. I just kept studying on spoken English class when I could not go through. In intermediates, I completely failed and disappointed after that I started learning the spoken English as a communication skill, the way I'm just speaking and just sharing with the glove, and I have done only 12th as far as I'm concerned. That I just joined in intermediates in distance education. After that, I couldn't do anything else, and I left my study. And I have a good family. There are 5 members in my family. Apart from my parents, I have two siblings, brothers and sisters. They are educated. They are just pursuing their educations, and right now I'm not doing anything. I'm just working at home as a farmer and greengrocer with my mom and dad, and sometimes we just work some external works such as teaching to the students the spoken English, the way they can speak and learn the grammar, and many things I do. And sometimes I sell vegetables, and sometimes green jacks, and many vegetables I do and grow
Mhm.
in our you know
Yeah.
farming field. Yes,
Mhm.
and my hobbies are listening music, podcast, and TEDx, so that I can improve my listening skill as well as the speaking skill, so that I
Mhm.
listen to them every day. And my short-term goal is to build my good communication skill as well as spoken English. And my long-term goal is to be an innovative English teacher in my career. That's all about me. Thank you so much.
Yeah. It seems like you are a very
Yes.
hardworking man. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you work as a farmer and still learning this language, right?
Yeah.
Mm. So tell me, Trinath, what are the methods you use to learn this language?
Actually, I started learning only by the help of YouTube and many other social medias, such as
Mhm.
um, many other applications, Body Talk application, and Skyfe, Accent Fluency, CV application. All the applications I do use in my daily basis life.
Mhm.
Apart from them, I use most of the time I watch grammar videos and spoken English videos, many other videos frequently from the YouTube
Mhm.
channel by the name my spoken English guru. There, Aditya Rana sir is the CEO of Spoken English Guru, spokenenglish.guru website, and he is managing one YouTube channel. It's been 6 and 7 years. 7 years. He had been working frequently on the YouTube channel. Since that day, I have started following him, and till today, I'm just following his tips and tricks and everything, every fundamentals I did. I read grammars and followed 5 tips such as reading, writing, listening, speaking, and watching. These 5 tips bring me so many new things in every single day that I
Mhm.
followed, and I
Yeah.
did it. And today I'm just standing in front of the camera and speaking only by the help of Aditya Rana sir. That is the
Mhm.
amazing YouTube channel where I could bring so many things.
Nice. So you did
Yes.
all the fundamental things. So which one is your
Yes. Yes.
favorite? Which one is your favorite out of those five?
Okay, out of those five, my favorite is grammar, because there was no anybody else. Because when I do mistake, nobody was there to correct me, rectify my all the mistakes, so that I needed the grammar most of the
Mhm.
time. Because no was my mentor, no was there who can guide me how to learn it, how to speak it, the way I can speak. Nobody was
Mhm.
there, so I followed most of the English grammar commandos, tips, and all
Yeah.
the fundamentals. Yes.
Good. Good. Yeah, I think grammar is of course important, and especially you can self-analyze your mistakes if you know the grammar rules, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, Srinath, tell me, how was your experience as a student when you were in high school, class 10, plus 2?
Mhm. Actually, my experience was quite bad, because when I used to study in Odia medium,
Hmm.
I don't belong to English medium or Hindi medium background. I'm from
Hmm.
Odisha, so I just belong to Odia medium background. At that
Yeah.
moment, when I used to study in 8th and ninth standard, at that moment, I preferred a speech, independent speech, to participate with the students. And when my turn, had come,
Yeah.
that's why at that moment, I stood up in front of all the students and teachers and
Hmm.
started giving my speech. After some times, I got blank. Which speech I preferred, I forgot.
Yeah.
Because at that moment, I used to think it's not a language, it's just a subject, it's just a knowledge. We have to remember it and then we can only speak it. This is not a
Yeah.
language. I used to think it's a
Hmm.
knowledge. And I would learn the English as a subject, not the language.
Hmm. Hmm.
At that moment, most of the students loved at me and told me, you are not from English medium background. You
Hmm.
can't speak English properly,
Yeah.
accurately. So why do you try to speak something else in English?
Hmm. Hmm.
Why can't you prefer speech in Odia?
Yeah.
Everybody is everybody is giving speech in Odia, but you are giving the speech in English. It's useless.
Hmm. Hmm.
There is nothing that you are speaking. There is no any sense and there is no any meaning. You have to
Yeah.
speak in Odia. If you could have given some Odia speech, then it would be better than earlier and till today.
Yeah.
It might be good, but you are preferring English and you are stuck.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
You don't have to do this. What the teachers and students told me. So I went to the room. Inside the room, I wept, not cried. I wept inside my heart, and I started remembering, words, following the grammars. How can I
Hmm.
give the speech in English?
Yeah.
I used to try many times, again and again, again and again. But till I joined in the college,
Hmm.
I could not get any, ideas, tips and tricks how to learn it.
Yeah.
And I dived into English learning and I made for the English. And then I could not go through my intermediate examination because of only English learning language.
Okay. So you spent all of your time learning English and you gave up on other
Yes,
subjects.
yes. Yes, yes,
Why?
I failed completely. Actually,
So
no, it's crazy.
I.
It's crazy.
Hmm. I mean, of course, English is important. We all know that. But at the same time, you also need to study other subjects. If you are not
Yes, I
studying them,
didn't
then
know.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. Go
didn't
on, go
know
on.
it's important. I didn't know it's important. But at that moment, I
Hmm.
used to think it's interesting. If I speak English, so many people will attract
Hmm.
me, approach
Yeah,
me, and interact
they
with
will give you
me,
respect.
and somebody will love me if I speak English.
Yeah.
That was my only, intention.
Mm-hmm. So are people loving you because you speak English now?
Yes,
Good, good. So at the end of the day, you were successful. What you wanted, you got it, right?
yes, yes. But
Yeah.
I could not get through my, intermediate examination.
So why don't you try to give the exam one more time? Or have you already given?
No, actually now I'm pursuing my graduation in IGNO. Do you know IGNO?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
I
distance
do.
education. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just qualified in intermediate in distance education. Raghavendra, it's the name of Raghavendra. After that, I
Mm-hmm.
joined in IGNO, and now I'm just pursuing my graduation in IGNO.
Yeah. Which subject
Yes.
have you chosen in graduation?
hmm English, only in
English.
English. That I
Only in
read,
English.
practice
Mm-hmm.
so many words I can remember. That's why I choose English.
Oh, but man, you need to remember this. I have also done my graduation in English honors, but it's not just about the English language. You have to study
Mhm.
literature or a lot of
Yes.
writing, a lot of other things. So are you doing that?
Mhm.
Do you read the texts which are given in your syllabus, English history, and all those authors? Are you studying about them?
Yes,
No?
I'm studying them. Most of the time, I'm not studying because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I study for my reading skill and even to keep opening my mouth every day. Because when we stop speaking something,
Mm-hmm.
anyhow, whatever words, sentences we have to speak out.
Correct,
Until
correct.
we extrovert some words, we cannot speak and experience. That's why I just want to keep opening my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
why I'm just reading all the books.
I was really surprised when you mentioned that you gave up on other subjects just to learn English. You know what,
Yes,
Trinath?
yes.
I have a similar story to share. Yours is quite
Uh-huh.
inspiring, but mine is not. The thing is that I was
Yes,
I
yes.
was also reading a lot of books. I was watching a lot of movies, not to learn English, but just to fill my time. And I also gave up on my exams.
Oh.
I almost failed, but somehow at the end of
Mm.
the month, when my exam was about to start, I realized that I had to study. So I crammed a lot. Somehow I passed my class 12th also. So I think we share a similar story, but your story is quite inspirational, not mine though.
Absolutely.
You,
Yes, yes.
yeah. So what's your
Actually,
future
I was
plan?
very crazy for English. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. It
Actually, my
seems from.
future plan is to
Hmm,
educate. Yes, my future plan is to educate more and more students. I just
hmm,
belong to a tribal area, which is
yeah,
slum area. There are much more slums, trees, and we are just surrounded with mountains, huge stone
hmm,
mountains, and even mountains. So nobody can go outside nearby the city towards the another city. They
hmm.
cannot get the education.
Trinath, your video is
They
frozen.
Actually, my future plan is all about only educate to the children,
Mhm.
students who all are just putting off just nearby me, who all are near and dear ones to me, and just they don't have enough money. They can't affordable themselves by the help of money and by going outside to foot off in town and the other towns because there is no any other tuition, you know, spoken English tutors. There is no any spoken English tutor.
Yeah.
So I want to just open the new institution to educate them the way they can learn easily. Within
Mhm.
3 and 4 months, I want to just show them the way they can educate, the way they can understand and analyze what is actually education and what is
Yeah.
actually language.
Mhm.
Language is a form or knowledge. Everything
Yeah.
they must understand. So I want to
Mhm.
educate more students and children who are just putting off in the slum areas.
Yeah. I think from your story, you have learned the importance and you can definitely teach them. Rinath, unfortunately,
Yeah.
we will have to wrap up this session because your video is, there is some network issue, I guess,
It's
from your
quite long.
side. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
All right, man. It was lovely chatting with you and hope you find some way to continue your study and you continue to
Yeah.
inspire other children too. Thank you.
Yeah. God bless you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right, man. Yeah. Bye.
Okay.